The kids are coming together. She's got her plan. I love when she's got the little build-a-blocks on the table,
She's
and
like,
then she
what?
like moves one thing, and then like as if they can't tell, it's the circle with the table. She's like, this is where we are right now,
Yeah,
like a mall map. And the other kids are like,
I know.
it's just a circle.
Even the baby pig with the one. One.
The baby's like, oh yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Also, how did they know the baby pig's name?
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
it's just like,
They just naming the kids now. Your name. Like the baby. Yeah, but yeah.
the baby pig spelled it out with blocks. What's your name? Little blocks. Little
No, the
blocks.
baby pig's like, "Mama."
Yeah, the baby pig has telepathy. Oh
That'll
man.
do. They should just call her Babe, you know? Let it be. This Babe.
Oh
Porkins.
man.
This is Bad Batch Season 3 Review and Reaction, Episode 13, Into the Breach. I'm Kyle.
And I'm dumb.
Let's jump in. What a great episode that was.
Oh yeah.
Dive in, what were your thoughts?
I was holding my breath pretty much most of the episode.
Yeah.
And it almost feels like we're watching a different show now.
I know, I'm so happy.
Yeah. What were your thoughts?
I mean, this fits in so well to episodes 1 and 2. It was a drama again. There was still the subtle little jokes that were fun, but
Oh yeah, I love the
ooh,
humor.
this was one that that's a rare for me on this show where I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I got to see my little I forgot the name. Little vacuum cleaner.
The
They showed it again.
mouse droid.
Yeah, the mouse droid. Yeah. That's how I knew this episode was going to be funny. It it didn't start off too exciting, but we got there.
Yeah, this was a thriller. For whatever reason, every so often this show's giving us these great cinematic shots, and this episode was no different. That top-down view, very reminiscent of the first two episodes. Mount Tantus inside the vault. Beautiful.
Oh, you're actually right. So those shots, both of them, it was the top view, but also very circular.
Yeah.
Like the layout looked the same from, I don't know if you want to call it a jungle or what, but all the trees, that circle layout to the vault. That's interesting.
Yeah, they were very heavy on the circles this episode. But super cool. Oh man. This one was getting my blood going a little bit.
Me too.
And how cool is that? I mean, we have 2 episodes left, which is, oh, I'm not ready. But wow, this set the bar at a great place.
Do you want to talk about the little man that gets his suit back? Now he kept
Okay.
catching the.
Okay, but Rampart was enjoyable this episode. I was happy with it.
Yeah, because he got put in his place by the rest of the group, and I
Yeah,
love
but it was
that.
just like he was in it, and I don't.
But I warned you. I warned you last week that that was gonna happen. That they're
Yeah.
gonna try to make him likable, and I was so mad.
And they did it. They hit that out of the. I'm not a captain. Like that was.
Guess you got a demotion, and he was still
Combed his hair.
acting like he would have acted no matter what his title was. He acts like that at home.
But did you see him in his little booster seat the whole time when he's in the cargo shuttle? He's just sitting in the little seat. These people don't use seatbelts, and he's there with his little seatbelts.
Oh man, I love that. Just knock him down another peg. But okay, so he was a prisoner. Doesn't everybody know that though?
Yeah, I mean I feel the same way about these guys walking around. There's no way that that nobody knows.
Somebody would have a really strong gut feeling, like
Yeah, I feel like yes, you can make the argument the Empire is really big and all this and that, but I'm seeing clone commandos there, and I would think that they would all get some kind of briefing that would be like, these are the people to look out for, or Admiral Rampart's missing, and
yeah,
you know.
even when they use the ship and leave, you didn't get clearance to leave. Like, you can't just do what you want. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
thinking too much about it. I get it.
Yeah.
But still, somebody would have thought something. And I mean, we did see that towards the end. They had to knock him out. But one
Yeah. I mean,
person.
there's the reason that the empire is so big, and
Mhm.
that's why they never really get a handle on the galaxy. So I get it. I don't want to pick this one apart that much because I've heard other people pick it apart, and I was like, I really like this one, so
I still liked
I'm
it.
gonna let it
Yeah.
be.
Even when I had my doubts or questioned something, like, question the believability of it, still enjoyable. It's a
Al-
show. It's a
Although I will
cartoon.
say they were very, we're gonna go radio silent, and then right when right when Echo's on the other ship, and he's like, "Hey, we're leaving. You might want to get." I'm like, "What happened to radio silent? They're gonna monitor comms. Hey, do you want anything? We're gonna hit the road. Come on."
We're gonna get some Twizzlers. You want anything from the concession stand?
That's what that's what it felt like, but still,
Oh, did he get sucked up in the
oh
droid sucker Echo?
no, he
He climbed up.
yeah, he climbed up.
Okay, because that's a lot of suction,
That
and
little
that
R
would have
unit
hurt.
though, the astromech was like beep 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 beep, and
Yeah.
because he comes off as a droid because he had, if you watch Clone
Oh,
Wars, he's
okay.
all this stuff happened to him. He's a clone, but it's a whole thing, and he's really more droid than he is human
Oh,
now. So
is that why
he
he's the
gets
one?
passed as droids all the time.
And that's why he was like, "Oh, I can do it." That's why.
Well, yeah, that's why, because he's a droid, and
Ah,
essentially,
okay.
and that's why the other droid was like barking at him, like, "Get over here! What are you doing?"
He's about to dap him up. What's up,
Yeah.
man? Like,
Oh, but yeah, you know what? This one though had those funny moments, but
yeah.
I really felt on the edge of my seat in a big way,
Hmm.
and I love that because it's a cartoon, and it had me all full of suspense.
Yeah, especially when Echo was doing cartwheels, rolling off the stacks of stuff.
I
It's
know,
like, okay,
I
not
know.
realistic, but it's a cartoon. That's funny. Like, so I want to bring up Omega's plot to escape. The other kids tell her, maybe it's just Eva that tells her, they don't like it when we talk to each other a lot. I'm sorry, do they not have microphones and cameras in this area? Like, they're so heavily surveilled. They do put Omega in with these other kids, knowing what she's capable of, and you're gonna tell me that they're not listening and watching at all times. It's just, I understand maybe that plot hole needed to happen for the rest of the action that proceeded throughout the episode. But that part, I just really didn't understand it.
Yeah, I like that the other scientists, straight out of like the '70s with the haircuts and mustache. I like that there's no emotions there. They have that full empire bravado, and so I like that because we need that right now. We don't need more sidekicks and heroes, and so I don't know. It's like, just like they brought up in the last episode, why did you to Dr. Carr? Why is Omega here?
Mm-hmm.
And now they're really pushing back with that too. And little Miss Goggles comes running down, trying to follow Omega. Those little kids gave it away when they're like,
Yes, snitches.
I want to, and then to point out, like, the little green buddy,
Mhm.
little green giant wanted to escape, a few episodes ago when he was all, I'm going to make it past the lasers.
Yeah.
And then now he's like, you're going to die. I'm sorry. There's nothing we can do.
They beat out his hope. Poor
They put him
thing.
in solitary for a day and a half,
That's
and the
true.
boys
And
crushed.
they probably just didn't give him dessert.
Why are they playing games? Either way, okay. Omega's got this, like, I don't know, this newfound confidence that is just, I believe it for once. I think a lot of times it's like the characters get these moments of confidence, and I believe it in her. She's like, I'm getting out of here. Y'all want
Yeah.
to come or?
The other part too, when they were telling Omega they don't like when we're talking to each other, I expected Omega to be like, okay. And just like telepathically send the messages somehow, and that's when she fully fell into her gifts. I don't know. Maybe that's too much for me to ask. But
I thought she was going to be like, anyways, so let's get out of it, like even louder.
Yeah.
Because she does not care. I mean, she's hit a point where she knows she's smarter than the other people. She's smarter than the Empire. And that feels really like original trilogy. Well, no, yeah, true. But it feels really original trilogy of her to feel that way, because you had Luke, Leia, and Han, like, running around, and they just knew. They're like, nah, we can get through. We get, and that weird rebel confidence that has worked so well. Man, she's got it now. And she's like, nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. And then Miss Fiddlesticks with the walls, and it's just like falling on her, and she's like, oh, it's okay.
Okay, but I feel like if you or I did something like that, that's exactly what would happen. Something would go wrong.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, oh my God, I can't believe. Okay.
Yeah.
But she's just cool, calm, collected when
That's
they
why it
come
was
in
so
and check on her.
good.
Yeah.
It was so good. They really faked us out a lot in this episode with about to get caught, about to not get away with it feeling, where before people would just get caught or whatever.
And I love being wrong.
Yeah, this one was, yeah, I felt wrong in a really good way.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she said.
Michael, please.
All right, Kyle, what are your final thoughts about this episode?
Very suspenseful, fun. The ending was really good. I didn't know what was going to happen. I mean, you would think by now we would have it figured out, but there was a good part of me that thought they were going to get left behind, and Echo was going to be stuck there, and but with 2 episodes left, I was like, it has to happen. But now I'm excited even more, because there's 2 full episodes left. We know they're going to get there next episode, most likely, unless there's a stop between now and then. And once they get those coordinates, are they calling for help? Are we going to see, the beginning of the tiny spark of the rebellion happening, clone uprising? I don't know. But I'm excited. I'm in it. What about you?
At the end of the episode, I had the same sinking feeling in my gut when Crosshair missed the shot as Omega was being taken back. And I was trying not to get my hopes up, but then they made it. And I was just thinking, oh, this is great. This is exactly what I wanted. Same as you. And I have a little less hope for the next 2 episodes. But again, I mentioned I love to be wrong. I love to be proved wrong. So I'm ready.
See you next week.
See ya.